Inside Story Uganda, real source of political updates.
Kati abo Biovalist.
Yes.
Mbewunya lwaki tebali mu bakoni men. Two, where they have survived. Tijomai, once a giant, has resorted to be declared.
Magandazi musajja wafe bamulangiridde mu abaavu owa Jomai.
Ono wagondi bamuyitanga batya?
Kasulu.
Kasulu. Ended up in the prison.
Yabeeranga
how have these people managed to survive?
Ever right.
Kubanga wano Bannayuganda kye bakola bwe balabamu ekintu duplicate yakolebwa mu succeeded which has a market. Kati wali badde Biovalist abakoninga abantu. Naye tobalaba.
Nga bw'owulidde bana basajja ab'ebweru abagamba mbu waliwo omusajja eyita Kitonsa kojja abakubira n'abajjako ssente. Oluusi si kojja Kitonsa
baleete ebyuma byange bibakwate neegundi kakati olaba Kimbowa olwawulidde nti yafunye diiro buli omu agenda kuyita kojja Kimbowa besabulisinge n'ebugundi eyo
era n'okojja Kitonsa alina okutereeza erinnya lye abantu abali
mu byalo kuba Ugandans don't have brains to think bo bakolera ku kya muntu kikoze eki programs tuziwera obwera zange kakati let me give you two examples because when we are evaluating a situation you look at the past. A decision is based on the past experience, the current situation, the future, and what you want to achieve. This is decision making. We had a problem with the Tulo. They created a case involving Tulo. But the laws governing oil dictate that the people who are the jurisdiction that handles the oil is in London. Amafuta bagawuliza London. Museveni bamugwa ne bakwata tiimu yonna created the case ne bagenda e London mbutule bawaabidde Museveni n'atuuka n'obbawa handshake ne ngamba omuka I want that woman former Uganda Revenue Authority person you will be picked one day from Kalamuja Manyata.
Lwaki omusango bagutwala London?
What was important obububbi n'abawane handshake mbamuwonyeza. Museveni is not receive.
Ababbi bamukoleramu.
Ababbi bamukoleramu nnyo. Kakati the mistake they made ninjibabuulirawo. Where did you find Uganda Revenue Authority as a paying department? It's a collection revenue. Oyo omukazi muganti agamanyo gosinika bajja kujja mumanyata bano badduka isini Uganda teyadduka dda I predicted nti ogenda kudduka
Revenue Authority
yali esasuddaani. How can somebody tell you nti the head of Uganda Revenue Authority become a paymaster?
Tekisoboka.
Baali baagala kusiba ono namuwana olina bamanyi oge oba yanyweranga mukyanzi balina brain nga bwe mbaga nti Mwenda alina brain ebya organ yabiditekitingirawo n'abigaana era these are now my Songo allies. Mwenda, the president, Professor Uncle Sam mbalaba mu meeting even yesterday morning the early morning they were reported meeting yabwe yonna nagikutte mwabaddemu ne Diana
buli lunaku batuuza meeting neza kumaka nkasa era nagenze buyise ku program kasa kumaka nkaka kabaka barabye ngomanya ntindo ka detectives
nazire mu masindi zange ngamba bataka na technology wa video tewali kuwekana. That is one case. The case involving a Tulo and the Ugandan government was handled in Britain because that's how the oil is arranged. CM says this mafuta. Oh yes, UK n'amafuta mu North East.
Naye si evunanyizwa
the Holy Land Ireland. Abangereza gye baswapinga n'Abagerman so that Britain could take over Uganda is the North East. Heligoland Treaty. When you go to Germany in Berlin, every former colony has a street. There is a Uganda street in the Berlin. Stressing the importance that Carlo Peters had signed an agreement with the Mwanga, putting Uganda into the German sphere of influence. One, when they transferred Sudiruzi Bank when they wanted to kill the Swiss bank, bagitwalawo DFCU. Why? The shareholders are in London. It was because he still has money that he managed to take the case to sue them in London. Yes. If we can respect these policy set up rules, why do they assault our dignity? The issue is not whether Amongi has properties, what they prove otherwise. That's not the argument. The argument is that having analyzed the situation, that if all of political girls must go, what makes some remain and others go? If the British government was interested in Mabati, everybody would touch it in Mabati. Would go?
Yeah.
There was a case in Kenya involving 3 drunkards. By the morning, the 2 drunkards were dead. The other one who survived, because we were not staying in the same area, came back to the same drinking place. Yes. As they were dragging, the police was dragging the woman away with the beer cellar. The man emerged. They said, "Are you mad?" "I'm not mad." "Why?" "Your colleagues died and you were coming back to the same drinking place." He told the police he was stupid. If we drank from the same place poisonous beer, I will also be dead. Now that I'm alive, it means from here, they went somewhere else where they drank a poisoned beer. The police, the side officers were disarmed because of the brain of the drunkard. So if the issue, the concern of the British is to have a store of iron sheets, do we have several types of iron sheets? The one that we are stolen by Amongi and the other two. The rest we are stolen from a different consignment. Natural intellect. Then I make a conclusion. Why the British are attacking the Sipiika is the homosexual bill, law. All of these people are innocent. The 2 ministers were dragged into it. Why? The British government knew that once you came up and said, "I choose the Amongi of presiding over Parliament," that he passed this law, the public will support Amongi, bring corruption, which will divide the society. And what's the intention? The intention is to ensure that the other parliaments in Africa or elsewhere don't emulate the same example. That's why they're targeting the Speaker.
But Isamawanga
Amalala tukwata Speaker presiding over parliament. When you talk about homosexuals, Ugandans, because they're fully behind the law.
Kati President Museveni alitekako mukono
bamanyi. You see the system in Uganda, bazungu bamanyi system. Tukita systems analysis. They have people like me. The intelligent people are there.
Bamanyi ntino. Mususule ensonga ne
how does the Ugandan parliament operate? One, they know. Under our constitution, if Museveni rejects a bill 3 times, the Speaker sends to it and it operates. Ekitegeeza Museveni tomukwata. Never yaliganye Speaker yalikoze. That's why they're targeting the Speaker. Museveni tomukwata.
Oyina kutagetinga Speaker.
Kubanga constitution gande kugamba nti if the bill, if Museveni rejects a bill that has been passed by an elected parliament, parliament, what does it mean?
Speaker, you know,
yes. Kakati Museveni musajja mugezi. He has not created a situation that gives the speakers of Uganda an appetite to sign. Talizaayo. Ajamu buparagrafu bumeka. Bubiri busatu. Akimanyi, once he allows this practice of rejecting and the speaker signs, the speaker will develop this appetite. Then where Museveni's powers will be eroded. Mugezi Museveni is an intelligent man.
Kakati Bungereza yo ekitegedde nti no Speaker ya
system ya Uganda ejimanyi.
Kakati awe yagale tukwate.
But again, as you pointed out earlier, the first person to be punished over this bill would be Nabanja. Nabanja is the head of government business. This is the iron of it. Where do you find a person who is a vice president, who is not the head of government business? He's unique. Where is your seniority? The head of government business would be the vice president. Sipiika. And you must say about me, Sangan. Guvajo Gangenio. Adibo. One time directed, rejected, because before you go out, you must ask the speaker for permission. So there was an arrogant minister called Sir Richard Kezuka. Kezuka was going for a trip, and he went to Adibo. He wrote a letter to Adibo. Told Adibo. Adibo told him, "You will not go. I've denied the permission to travel." He went to borrow money in one of the parastatals headed by Kakwan, Coffee Marketing Board. Kakwan said no. Therefore, the Prime Minister has refused. Kezuka, because of his arrogance, sacked Kakwan. Yes. And he wrote in Adibo's letter, "I will travel because considering your knowledge, Adibo, you don't know the value of my trip." In Adibo's letter. So, when I see some of these boys who are tormenting me, some people are very arrogant, extremely arrogant. He must be tamed like a serious man. Museveni yagamba Kezuka. And Uganda is restricting what you say. Kezuka n'agana. He rejected Museveni's directive. When we met Museveni as editors, I asked him, how come that Kezuka could defy your orders? Museveni said, I know Kezuka is idiotic. When we were studying, he used to ride a piki and he would go to school in his shoes. But what I said, I told the Kategaya, the late Kategaya, the president explained. He told the late Kategaya, go. In the presence of Kategaya in the parliament, in Kezuka in the parliament, that had no powers to behave that way, he will not go and Kakwan be reinstated. But this man refused. But as arrogant fellows always do, like the Hitlers, like the Napoleons, like these ones we have here, I have decisively humiliated and defeated. India, whatever do it. Kezuka Pamugobero Mutwaro Muad back. Timbuzia Mutwaro. That's a state. Numbers of Amusivil Mitwar age. A state says that Kugan to be million kumi. Million at time, we have sympathy. Yeah, into Mirundi Bamukuteno Mana West Somero. This is when you embarrass me. This is how a state operates to embarrass you. How can a speaker of parliament be denied access to your care because of iron sheets? How much is an iron sheet? You would say that Britain has moved in because the speaker stood between their deal, because they have to remain to have companies. And let me give you an example. They are not honest. Those people are not honest. During the Commonwealth conference in Uganda, Britain was represented by their Prime Minister Gordon Brown. Gordon Brown told the president that that company that was allocated land to construct houses, cheap houses in Naguru, which remains a bush today. Yeah, it's a Scottish company. Fake. It's a fake. And it's a fake. Leave Betikami alone.
Satellite city.
Even when we went to Britain with the president, these people emerged. And I suspected them. I told them, these are fake people. But on addition, when Gordon Brown came and met Museveni, you say he had a chance. Museveni in many cases, I saw Gordon Brown defending the fake company, that this is a Scottish company. What has it done? The champion is over corruption. What has this fake police company done here? The bush movie, J movie, but again. Mubijeyo again. You have no more authority to talk about iron sheets.
Nabo wali corrupt.
Namu muli corrupt. And mumutia visas. Me, when I decided to fight this Salogani Kuru, the first thing I did was to surrender their passport.
No Jibadiza.
I surrendered my passport because I would prepared to subject them to a humiliating defeat. This is how we fight battles. You put the battle on your enemy's door. Whereas if the British are concerned about corruption involving a few iron sheets, what has their Scottish company?
Kakati Scottish company yo yatuliyirira nga bo alo company wetwagirira.
Misu bali banonya mukutunda polisi.
Zabalema.
Most of these companies are not companies. Are not theirs. They use names and deceive Africans. I told you Museveni went to Malaysia to inspect a company called land, Westmont Lands, Yaria Moi. Everybody Vegetabatia, Westmont Yeza, Edi Malaysia. Museveni went and inspected a different company. The company that bought UCB was Moi's company. Bidco has never been a Malaysian company. Bidco was owned by Nicholas Bizuuse. We give it land, we give what? The business are nowhere.
Biwote?
Tiriyo. Challenge them whether Bidco is a Malaysian company. They don't even know it in Malaysia. Mijingo, yeah, Nicholas Bizuuse. He Kenya. Maybe before he died, he had sold his hair. Bidco is destroying the Kabaka's forest. Once they coopted some of the mango crooks, the Baba take up Bidco. Do you hear the noise? These are crooks.
Kakati future ya speaker waffe.
Anti future speaker one.
Uganda.
Here for you consult a man like me. What's the role of your High Commissioner in Britain? I don't know him. Me, I don't know the High Commissioner of Uganda to Britain. I don't know him. Yan. Bomumai. But I want High Commissioner of Uganda. One word. This is the problem.
Very popular and
these are not career diplomats. The first person to be recorded would be the Uganda High Commissioner to Britain. He cannot represent Uganda. And when you look at it, I would not be surprised that he was a former RDC. Former RDC. What he has done, one of the mistakes Museveni has done is to extend the civil service into everywhere. Civil service has rules. You apply, you must have a certain level of qualifications. China, when I see these people, the way they conduct themselves, they consider China as a serious issue. How many people are going to China? Me, I said no. I cannot send my children to China to learn the words. China is not a democracy. To Southern MPs, they sit once a year. Everything is done by the Ziburu. This is why banabana bayuwaidde beera 10 basomera mu Europe ne bakubaba. Omwana wa yuwaidde oyinza okumugeraganya ne yasomera China. Nga n'okuyingira Communist Party you must apply. Kati otwala otya omuntu e China akuyambe mu democracy wa Uganda. They even then, the presence of the Chinese and they have their pampered here. What happens is, who is your ambassador to China? Chiyonga doesn't want it there. Chiyonga comes back. Wagidoso, a former RDC to China. Why don't you take there Wafula Ogutu? Wafula Ogutu started in China. He speaks Chinese. All of these things are not considered. They're not considered. So, once you have a weak diplomatic core, you get embarrassments. Let me give you 2 examples to justify my point that Uganda does not have a serious diplomatic core. For you to think everybody can be an ambassador everyone.
Not a president.
We were in Germany. We were in Germany meeting in Makeri. The president was in a meeting with Makeri. Your ambassador to Germany picked your phone. During the discussion, she said, know her. Who is calling? Everybody looked at her. And the German government protested. Why do you underrate us? We are serious partners in Uganda. Why do you bring such a people here? Who doesn't know that this is a serious matter where you cannot respond to a phone? An ambassador. So, because for me, I did the international law, I did the international relations, I did the diplomacy. Not to get a job. Many people believe that you do things to get a job. Psychology, and some have taught myself. Look at the cases, as I said earlier. To when you are going to decide the decision making, you look into the past. Do you have examples in the past? Yes. At one time, they had imposed travel sanctions on the President Kagame. The Spanish magistrate. Yes. But because Rwanda has a strong diplomatic department, there was a senior aide of Kagame. They had no evidence. Rwanda, because of its serious department, as I told you, the Rwandese, President Kagame is strategic. Nabagamba, when one of your workers works in your supermarket and he starts yours, after yours has collapsed, he succeeds. He runs from your mistakes. Kagame is a better Museveni. Yet tolerating a collapse on Yategera, Uganda. Kagame Nategera Bangereza. And the Basically saving to be settled. They are pound, the church, the Anglican church is so destroyed, the monarch and the Premier League. Premier League said that they were budget of Bungereza. Kagame invested in the Premier League. Why? Because of him, gender, no Mutwego, Mukamwana, Baba government, our Faganese, about the Bayamba America, America, but liberalizers. Uganda was considered one of them. Abaya never come. Uganda ni men are sharpening. It intimidated them. Omukazi yenyewe naja kubi. Sack this idiot.
Niye bintu ebyo abantu bategeera.
Yes. The minister on BBC said, yes, we are coming this Afghanis. Uganda ni men are sharpening. Ne babateka ne kugundi abali bada bimotoka zempaka. Ndi look, are we dying? Uganda men dying to have a relationship with the Afghanis. How many Ugandans have married the Arabs? A whole minister was interviewed on BBC. She's just a woman. But in Rwanda, it's a struggle, illegal between the British government and other parties over the offer to Rwanda to clear these immigrants seeking permission to enter Britain, not to go straight away. Let us have a center in Israel, clear those who have cleared to go back and enter Britain. But there's a bit of struggle. Why? Rwanda knows how many hotels remain empty. These people are going to use our water, they are going to use our hotels, they are going to use our food, and they are so
Rwanda befunamu.
Yes. A whole minister in gender, a woman, was interviewed on BBC. A minister, a serious minister. Yes. Our men are sharpening, including yours. You are getting, Mao used to say, garbage in, garbage out. Let me give you another example. President Uhuru Kenyatta and his advice. Yes.